Hey, this is Red, and this is episode 3 of So Easy Red047 Can Do It. And this episode is going to be about Guardians of the Galaxy. I 100% it last night, so while it's still fresh, I want to go over the achievements, my thoughts on the game, kind of a review, and just, hopefully I can convince you to play it, because this game is fantastic, and thank you for watching. Okay, so going over the achievements, this will take you between 20 to 25 hours. It took me 22. I want to say 80% of the achievements are story related. I followed PowerPix's guide, which I really recommend you do. He does it chapter by chapter, and so if you level select, all your collectibles will be erased. So your only option is to do it the first time or go into New Game Plus, where your collectibles will carry over, but you have to beat like the whole game again pretty much. You only need 65% of them, but we'll get into that. Purchase your first Star-Lord ability. You'll get the skill points to do this just playing the game. You don't have to worry about it. And then you'll find and equip one outfit. You'll want to follow the guide for that. Win the bet against Rocket. This, when you plan through the game, there's these like things you have to shoot, and you'll see the scoreboard, and you just want to get more than Rocket. If you fail it, you can level select later after you have all your collectibles and do it. It's really easy. I did it first try. Capture this one is this one's story related. I do want to point out, like, the achievements might have spoilers before I go any farther. They might have, like, some, like, if you don't want to know the boss's names that you fight, just as a warning. Okay, chapter 1, this is story. Chapter 2, story. And you acquire different elements for Star-Lord's guns. All those are in the story. Sorry, I'm fighting allergies here. Stagger 25 enemies. Drax has a move that's best for this. I think if you freeze them with Star-Lord's gun when you get the ice, that's how I did it. This one you'll get. This is... Oh, this you get, I think, in Chapter 3. You just have to... You hit, like, the Y button, and you have to make sure it's Drax. There's one for each character. Execute an auto combo with Drax. This is easy. You have to punch an enemy next to Drax, and then he'll help you fight him, and that's an achievement. This is story related. Story. Complete chapter 4, and then there's your boss. And this is one of those Gamora. You fight the enemies near her, and then you do one with Groot, Rocket. Basically, each one has one. Then attain the maximum momentum that you'll get when you fight people. Like, your momentum keeps going up. You won't even have to try to get it. Defeat 15 staggered enemies. This one, I set them. I froze them with the thing, and I just charge shot them, and it was like an instant kill. Defeat 15 enemies with Star-Lord's. This is an ability. You'll get the points, like I said, just playing the game. You unlock it. I think you can reload the checkpoint even to just keep doing it to the same enemies. And then Chapter 5. Story related. Boss fight in the story. Chapter 6. Story. Lightning element for Star-Lord's guns. Story. A flare attack. This comes up. This probably came up like 50 times for me. Like, you don't even get to try to get it. And then interrupt a Nova Centaurium with Gamora's call to action. That, I think that's in chapter 7. You also get all the Guardian collectibles for one Guardian, and half the Guardian collectibles in that same chapter. And you also will want to do Dismember an Inquisitor with Drax's call to action. It's like the Y button, and if it's not Drax, you can reload. I had no problems getting it. Chapter 7. And that's like a boss fight. The Mama's Boy. Defeat 20 enemies with Star-Lord's Eye of the Hurricane. That's one of his abilities you buy. And like I said, you like after you do a fight, you get XP, and you get them all just playing the game. And like I said, this one you would get just playing the game. So technically, it's story. Chapter 8 story. Pay your fine and no. This one, if you spend money, then it's obviously missable. So you want to save your money to pay your fine back. Chapter 9 story. When interrupt a charger with Root's call to action. There's one for each character in the game. This one's on chapter 10. And then you get a wind element, chapter 10. Like this is a story. Basically, you want to play through the game and use all of their like abilities. Rockets is dumb easy. Same with Groot's. Like you only need to get 65% of the compendium. So like I stopped following the guides at one point just for the outfits. Like Drax's move, you just unlock the move and just do it to 10 enemies. When you get it, there'll be way more than 10 enemies to fight. Same with Gamora's move there. Chapter 12. And then this is story. Like chapter 13, a boss fight. The plasma element for Star-Lord's guns. Chapter 14, a boss fight. Chapter 15, a boss fight. Chapter 16, complete the game. Find all the outfits. And then I had a glitch where if you buy the last skill before you get the last like one that's store related, it will glitch out. So I had to replay chapter 13 and it popped fine. And that's it. I mean, I think the list is really good. They make you use everyone's abilities. They make you you have to get all the outfits, and they're pretty lenient on the collectibles. You only need 65%. You only need the collectibles for one Guardian. It's a really easy list, and it probably has 8 hours of cutscenes, so it's like it's really good though. But that's it for the achievements. So one thing I want to say about this game, this is not Avengers. I 100% that game, and the grind was horrible. I was glad I did it though. It was a game I wanted done. It was torture, but it was worth it in the end. This is a single player linear game. There's like 8 hours of cutscenes, but I thought the cutscenes and the voice acting were really good in my opinion. I'm usually a cutscene skipper, but a game like this, certain games like this, I watched them all and I loved it. Drax made me laugh a lot. There was a lot of funny moments like that. I don't want to go into like spoilers, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. But there's a lot of funny stuff. You learn a lot about the other characters. You learn their stories, probably more than the movie, I think. But it's really good. The combat paces well. It's not like this insane amount of fighting, because I don't like when there's like you're just fighting like hordes of stuff. So you like go into a room, you fight. It gets old. But I think this was my game of the year. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's probably the best game I played all year. But I'm a huge Guardians fan. Star-Lord just means so much to me. Like this movie was made for Marvel fans or Guardians fans. Like, care was taken. Like they really did a good job on this. I was so hyped for it. I was worried because of Avengers, like a lot of people were. But it's good. You play as Star-Lord, only Star-Lord. You command your other teammates, Groot, Drax, Gamora, because they have like 4 moves each, but you unlock them slowly. And you in combat, you tell them what moves to do. It's fun. It's simple, but it's fun. And there's like a huddle ability. That got old for me, kind of towards the end. You hit like LB, RB, they huddle up, and he does like a pep talk, and you choose what you want to say. And then it refills your abilities, so you don't have to wait for the cooldown. But there's difficulty settings. You can make it so you deal very high damage, and you take very low damage. You can use accessibility settings where you can auto win QTEs and huddles. I didn't use these. I had to replay a chapter and I used it there. But this game is so good. Like, I would honestly check it out. If you're on the fence, like, wait for a sale, but I'm telling you, it's really good. 20 to 25 hours, no bull crap. It's a good game. But I hope if you were worried about Avengers that I convinced you that this is safe to play. But thank you for watching.